I'm Courtney, and today I have the help of my son who is writing a handwritten note for his grandma. You can do this with artwork, any kind of writing that you want to. It's a great way to preserve kids' little notes. So I'm going to be taking his cardstock. I like to use cardstock because it's thicker and it takes pictures better. It doesn't show through like some copy paper can be. And I also like to use Sharpie markers, or Crayola markers will work too, but markers work better than crayons because they have a more consistent color. So we will take his message on the cardstock that he's working on right now, and we're actually going to put it on these tea towels and give them to his grandma. Once he's done with his message, all we need to do is snap a picture with it with our smartphone and then upload it into Design Space or any other software where you can take the background out and make it into an SVG. So here we have his message on cardstock, all ready to go for his grandma. Now all we do is take our camera, iPad, and take a picture of it. I try to get as straight down as you can without a shadow. That will help and make it easier for you to crop everything out in Design Space. All right.
Now that we've saved our photo to our computer, we're going to open Design Space. And we are going to create a new project where I am going to upload our hand-drawn note. This is a pretty simple image, so we can hit simple and hit continue. So now we're going to click on the areas of the image we want to remove. So anything that is white on our white cardstock, we just need to click those areas and it is taking them out. Make sure you get all your dots in between your letters. Zoom in a little bit so we can remove. Yep, there's a little bit in that E. We're going to get that out of there. There. And if you want your heart filled in, you can leave that. Otherwise, you can take it out. I'm actually going to leave it because he picked out the rainbow metallic rainbow soft metallic from Heat Transfer Source is what he wanted to use on the towels. So I think leaving it in, we can make that all one heart. We can go to preview. Let's zoom out so we can see here. Looks exactly like how he drew it. All right, let's hit continue. We want it to be a cut image, meaning it's going to cut it out of the vinyl. I always like to put tags in. Let's upload that image. We can insert it into our project. And it's much larger than we need it to be. So I am going to just make it red here so we can see it good when we go to make it. This is going to be HTV, so we need to mirror our image and hit continue.
One thing that I like to do with soft metallic rainbow is this is just a personal preference and a cool thing that I've noticed, that if I turn the design a little bit, it gives your words a lot different colors. So I try to do rainbow metallic a little bit differently like that. Even if you
did a little bit like that. Now, this yellow starts here on the roll, so it'll just get a little bit of each word, and it won't be one word of the yellow, because I just noticed yellow on white doesn't always show up so good. So that's just a tip of something that I like to do. Definitely does not have to be done, but I'll show you how that looks when we print it out. So now I'm going to hit continue.
So here I have the heat transfer source soft metallic in the rainbow. And this is what I was talking about. If you lined it up exactly on the grid on your cutting software, if you put the words right along here, you're gonna get a whole sentence in yellow if you have a small line. That's why I always like to turn my design a little bit. So then that sentence, which was at one time would have been straight, if you turn it, it will now pick up the whole rainbow effect. So this is HTV, so this goes straight down on your mat, so pretty side down. And now we're ready to cut. Now that it's done cutting, I always like to take my Tweety light from heat transfer source and check before I unload the mat that it cut. This looks like it cut great. But if it doesn't cut, you can always hit the C button again and it cuts it in the same exact spot. So you can save your vinyl if it didn't cut by checking it before you unload it. But now we're good to go, so we can unload our mat and start weeding our project. HTS, HTV, soft metallic can be layered where the normal metallic cannot be. This is soft, it's a little bit thinner, more pliable than the normal metallic. That's a little more rigid. Just getting the little excess pieces off of here so they don't accidentally go onto our project. You can see here we have our handwritten note ready to be put on our towel. Here's our towel. We found the center of it. I'm gonna give it a little heat, get any moisture out of it, and give it a nice smooth surface for pressing. I'm gonna grab my Teflon sheet, press. I do it for 310, and because I have an easy press, I do it a little bit longer because I don't have the pressure of a actual press. I'm putting all of my weight on here to make sure we get a good press. With soft metallic, you should be able to see the fibers through it, and I feel like this needs a little bit more pressure. I'm not seeing the fibers as good as I'd like to. So I am gonna put this back on and do it for a little bit longer and really push on it. Much better. I can see the material coming, the design coming through the vinyl. So now we have our finished kitchen towel that came from the writing my son did. I think his grandma will love it.
For new craft videos every Tuesday and Friday, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and remember to hit that bell. Thanks, everyone.